Alright, it's Dr. Juice here. We were doing daily uploads before, and now it's been almost, I don't know, 6 months, a year. That's almost daily, right? But now we are resuming schedule. So I did one video before, and now we are going to do like 365 videos in a row. Am I right? Wrong! So today I'm going to give you a lot of value out of this video. You are going to know what it means to master your sleep schedule in time blocks with sleep discipline and accomplish way more in your life. We're going to talk about overcoming procrastination, talk about some of the things that I've done to overcome procrastination in my own life. I love to play video games, and this leads to a lot of procrastination, so I'll tell you about that. As well as how some people fall into like some serious traps in their working sessions where they're just way too distracted by certain things. We'll talk about little things, little details to change that. Okay, so I'm actually getting the script from ChatGPT. I had a couple ideas and we're going to talk about those. Let's see what ChatGPT tells me I need to do for this video.
Video 1, Mastering Your Schedule, Time Blocks and Sleep Discipline. Introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Briefly introduce the
Okay.
concept of time management and its critical role.
All right, this is actually kind of a boring script, so I'm just going to look at my own cliff notes for how I wanted to say this. One is managing a tight schedule, right? I think usually what I do is I will wake up at like 10 or 11 a.m. after, passing out at night while doom scrolling on Twitter. And this totally fucks up my schedule. I have found actually that if you time block like every part of your day, like 10 minutes at a time, sorry, 10 minutes is a bit too extreme, but like you block like every 30 minutes of your day and make sure you're working like 1 hour followed by 12-minute breaks, followed by another 12-minute break, and so on. And you do this all day long, and you really try to realistically have a good schedule for yourself. Really take into account like the actual constraints that you think you're going to run into. This helps you have a pretty productive day. So for instance, I put like 1 hour into my actual job. That's software engineering, baby. And then I allocate couple hours for YouTube. I can get away with a couple hours per video because I've designed my own AI video editing system that does this for me. So I don't need to pay anybody. It just, does my videos. It's pretty nice. Does all the editing. Like cool stuff. And then I spend a couple hours a day on business stuff. But this is actually pretty strenuous if you think about it. This is like 1 full hour focus on work, followed by 2 full hours of focus on, say, YouTube, and then 2 full hours of focus on YouTube making. This is a total of 5 focus hours per day, which is actually quite a bit. Most of the time, there's like some study done in UK where people only do 3 hours of work per day, like actual focused work that doesn't include like walking around, drinking your coffee, talking to coworkers, looking out the window. We all do these things, but if you actually like people say they do 8-hour days, but really like half of that is in like meeting that doesn't matter, talking to people, looking out the window. Like we just need to do these things as white collar workers. You have to decompress. It's different than doing like you can do exercise for 5 hours straight and you can take a break and then maybe do some more exercise if you're used to doing that every single day and your body's used to that. You can actually do that. But with mental exercise, it's different. I think almost everyone has these issues where they need to be constantly looking out the window or take a break every 45 minutes to an hour after real focused flow state work. And this can vary from topic to topic. But, just make sure to actually think through your schedule realistically. Like for some people, maybe 5 hours is too much. Maybe you need to start with 3 hours of focus a day and then just get that in every day. Like consistency is really important. So how do I know that consistency is important though? Like you might just try to backload all of your work. You just don't do anything for days or weeks straight, and then you try to take care of all of your work at once. This is something that I've done before, and it's just it turns things to shit. I've done this at work, and yeah, it just makes things so much more stressful. I stay up all night, a couple nights in a row doing the work. I found out if I just do an hour a day of work, this basically just takes care of everything for the work, and I don't really even need to think about it. It's like a robotic thing. Although doing that consistent 1 hour is the hard part. For instance, it is a Friday today. I have not done that 1 hour. That's going to come up to bite me like next week actually, where I'm probably gonna have to put like 2 or 3 hours during one day because I didn't do this 1 hour today. So that is managing a tight schedule. It's actually, if you really block out the time and you really force yourself to follow like these 30-minute time blocks though, you actually can follow your schedule. Because otherwise it kind of just goes into this like void, this vague sense of you have to do things. And then even if you set like 1 hour or 3 hours or something, you end up not doing them because it comes evening time and you feel tired, blah, blah, blah. So that's what you need to do. You need to try that block schedule. Just give it a try. Some other things that are kind of important here. People, I find, I don't care about this. I can keep my phone on all the time. But seems like people really just do so much better if you just turn off your phone during your focus time because people get trapped in like the YouTube spiral or the Twitter spiral or whatever. If you've meditated for days, you can help like you can be more focused in what you do. So I've done like days long meditations and I can always remember like that state of mind where you're just like how do I, it's just a very different state of mind when you've done like multiple days of meditation in a row. You can just go to the backdrop of your living experience of reality and then just sit in that and let that permeate yourself. And when you do that, it's like the stimulus in front of you, like a phone, is just less impactful on you. You know you can return to this meditative state. So I've also found that extremely helpful. Okay, that's it for today. Okay, also turning off phone notifications. Fine. Okay, that can maybe help. That's it for today. I was going to talk about content of arguing, how you should focus on the content of your arguments rather than what's other, like who the speaker is when you're arguing. Seems like everybody, like if you really look out for it, people really try to focus in on who a speaker is rather than what their content is. Not everyone does this, and people do this to varying degrees, but I think people probably do it too much, way too much. Okay, so next week we're gonna, or sorry, next week, what was it? Tomorrow we're doing daily uploads, right? It's not gonna be another 365 days. Tomorrow we're gonna talk about something else, and I'm not sure what it is yet. I'll ask ChatGPT next time. Okay, let's see what else ChatGPT has to say. Let's hear its outro. Give me an outro, how GPT. Say out GPT? No. ChatGPT. Give me an outro. Ugh, it gave me like 20 sections for an outro. No, I just went one sentence. Let's hear it.
Embrace the journey of self-improvement, and remember, the most profound changes often come from the simplest shifts in our perspective and habits.
Wow, what a unique sentence. I'm sure no other YouTuber has said something like that before. Embrace your journey of self-improvement, and remember, the most profound changes often come from the simplest shifts in our perspective and habits. That's Dr. Juice. I'll see you tomorrow. Love this content. Unsubscribe, please. Bye-bye.